Hi Metro Techs, it's Justin Levitch with YPN. I want to show you really quickly how easy it is to use digital ink for your digital signatures. You all know how to get to Zipforms right here. I've got a form filled out here. It's a fake form. And once I need signatures, I simply go to e-sign. Click on sign. Make sure your information here is correct as the agent sending it out. Now I don't have a buyer to and I don't have a seller to, and I'm pretending that this is a document between me and our YPN Vice Chair, John Thompson. So I need to type in email addresses. So I'll type in my work email for that, and for John I'll just do my personal email and pretend to be him. And I can see the order that they're in right here. I want it to first go to the buyer, then it'll go to the seller. I could obviously switch that or add other people in here just by simply typing in the order. Now this Verify ID, it actually costs $5 per person. That's actually going to do a pretty in-depth identity verification where it actually looks them up through their social security number. So that's not really necessary for most purposes that we're using this for. So simply go to continue to ZipLogic's digital ink. That'll load everything up. Okay, we want to make sure that we have all the parties involved here. I can still add parties at this point, which I don't really need to. It's just these two people, or remove them, or CC. Really the important thing when you get to this part is to follow the tabs. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could go to add document if I had a PDF that I needed to load up and manually put where I needed the signatures. But to save some time, I'm not going to do that here. I'm just showing you the most simple way to use it by using a form that's already native to Zipforms. Next thing, add signatures. If the form is native to Zipforms and already in the library, Digital Ink knows exactly where the signatures are going to be needed. So I can scroll down here and show you. It knows that an initial from the buyer needs to go here, and it knows that me, Justin Levitch, is a buyer, and it knows that John is the seller. And on the second page, where there's signatures, you can see it already knows the same thing. So I don't need to add any signatures to this, it already knows where they're at. So I'm just going to simply go to step 4, send. I could add a special message here. I'm just going to go ahead and send it. Let's go ahead and send it. And now I'll show you how it's going to look once the buyer receives it and once the seller receives it, and how that whole transaction happens. So I should get an email any second as the buyer. There we go. My documents are ready to sign. I click on this link, follow the directions. I do agree. And now I'm going to have to create a unique PIN. Here's what I need to do. 6 characters, 1 digit, 1 alpha character. And in Digital Ink, you only have 2 options for how your signature is going to look. So I'm going to go with this. I'm going to initial once and sign once on this one document. That's what it's telling me at least. Now I review the document. I can scroll down. And it's pretty self-explanatory, because once I get to a spot, it says click here to sign. Well, there we go. There's my initials. Click here to sign. There's my signature. Now the sign date's going to be populated depending on when I actually did sign it. Once you're done with that, you click this green button at the top right, commit signatures. And this says, are you sure? Yes, we're sure. Okay, I'm done. So now I can review the documents. And while I'm doing that, John will soon get an email as a seller through my personal email. But now that I have it signed on my portion, it's going to notify me, thanks for signing it, and I can also go over here to print, download, or download all. If I hit print, it's going to open it up in a field that I can simply print directly from. But I don't need to do that yet because it's really not signed by both parties. So let me check my email. Now, the seller, dear John Thompson, your turn to sign. He's going to go through the same process. And let's make his look like that. Tells him exactly where to sign. Okay, commit to signatures. He's sure. So now he can go review them, and now both parties have signed it, so he can actually print off the final one. But now the now the original agent who initiated it gets this email down here. It's been completed by all parties. It's available for processing. And everybody gets this email that says, hey, attached is a fully executed document of this transaction. So now I can click on this, download it, and there we go. I've now got a document that's digitally signed by all parties, and I'm good to go.